Yo, what's happening? Y'all already know what it is. You already know what it does. Welcome back to the Broken Mute Button Network. As always, you are now tuned in to Rumble Ready Fight Podcast. Well, Kiki, what's up? Talk to me, man. What's happening, man?
Man, got a couple of boxing events going on, man. Um, uh, um, just ready for these fights, man. Just ready for these fights.
Yeah,
One fight,
that's a fact.
the Hitchison and George Kambosos fight. I've always been a huge fan of Richardson, and I remember he was signed with Floyd Mayweather, the money team, and I feel like they didn't promote him properly. I believe he could beat most. I believe he'd give Shakur a fight. I believe he'd give Teo a fight, Haney a fight. I always believe he could go up in there with the top five guys. And I'm glad he's finally. I believe he signed with is it Eddie Hearn, right? I believe he signed with Eddie Hearn, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm
Is
fine
he?
with his exposure.
Yeah. And that seems to be the knock with like Mayweather right now. It's like all of his fighters that he do have, like none of them seem to kind of like be promoted correctly, you know. Like we
Bro,
had like
bro,
like well, Rolly promoted himself good. You
and
know
they
what I'm
always
saying?
in a championship fight every time you turn around.
And he's always somewhere. There's always an interview with him saying some wild shit.
hmm I like with Rolly when they ask him who he think will win between 100 gorillas and one man. I mean, I'm sorry, one gorilla and 100 men. And he came out and said, we've been capturing gorillas for years. I said, okay, Rolly, smartest shit he ever said. He got
Smart.
the tranquilizers and the darts and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
What's
But
going on?
I think that question was more so like a hand-to-hand combat kind of thing. I don't think it was about using poison darts or tranquilizers or any of that.
Yeah, let them other people go in and try that out. The other people, they like shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga stupid.
Gorillas, let them go in there with a silverback. Go ahead, I'll go try it.
Yeah, nah, I'm good on that whole gorilla shit, man. Pause. I'm not fighting no gorilla. If I have to fight, if I'm being forced to be one of those 100 people, I guarantee you I'm gonna be number 100. That dies because I'm gonna be in the very far back.
You ain't lying. Me and you both.
Yeah, we're gonna be fighting over who's gonna be 99 and 100.
Mm-mm. I pull a Michael Spinks quick when he took forever to come out that locker room. I'll be all the way in the back, taking my time coming to that front. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Anyway, let's get back to the boxing. So yeah, June 14th is that card. Richardson Hitchens versus Kambosos. So who you got in that fight? You got Hitchens, right?
Oh, yes, I got
Yeah,
Hitchens.
I got Hitchens too. He had a split decision in his last fight against Liam Paro, though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
But
that could
look,
do the layup stuff like that inactivity. I believe once he's active, he could definitely showcase his skills. I see it. That kid got a lot of talent, man.
yeah, he definitely has some talent, but we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? You know, he wants to fight Teofimo. You know, all of these guys want to call out Teofimo. And
Happy
Teofimo,
they look good. I mean, everybody want to call out fighters that look good. I'm glad they calling out Teofimo because his last performance put him on the map. He
yeah,
out of that whole card last a couple of weeks ago, Teofimo, he made everybody look bad on that card.
100%. I agree. He was definitely the most entertaining fighter on the whole
Right?
card. You know what I mean?
Very exciting.
And he definitely won on a clean sweep too, as well. But now
Right.
I don't know if this is true. There are rumors that him and Boots are like in official negotiations, but obviously I don't believe it until one of them say it. You know what I'm saying? Or like one of the promoters come out and say it. But that's the rumor that's
Mm.
going around. So in that fight, who you got? You got T.O. at 47 looking to fight Boots at 47. Now, just to remind you, remember how Boots looked in his last fight against Stan Jonas.
Last fight, that was T.O.'s first fight at 147.
I don't even know if that fight was 147. I think that might have been 140, bro.
If he coming up to fight Boots, I give the advantage to Boots. I believe Boots got more power than T.O.
100%.
But I wouldn't count T.O. out though.
Um, I'm sorry, if we get to round 3 and I start seeing Matrix mode from Boots, the fight's over, bro.
It's over.
That's what we saw that in the fight against Dan Jonas. The Matrix mode kicked in. I think that shit might have kicked in the second round, bro. And then before you know it, that shit was over.
Right. Stanley Yolis couldn't do shit with Boots.
Yeah, when Boots get off that bench and really want to motherfucking train, and he come in there sharp, you see what he could do. He gonna make you look real bad, like really bad. And there's a lot of people that's like, hey, you know what I'm talking about? Oh, he didn't fight nobody. But a lot of these fighters, they fight nobody. You know what I'm saying? To get to the names. It's not like he's not calling out the names and not trying to fight the names, and it's not their fault. These people never talk about how it's not their fault that they're not getting the names when they're calling them out. You know what I'm saying? Some of these Boots is willing to be beat side. He's not against like a Crawford or a Spence, you know what I'm saying? But why is he not getting like a Brian Norman? Brian Norman seems like he's petrified of him. You know what I'm saying? While Mario Barrios is fighting an old ass Pacquiao, I don't know what he thinks that does for his legacy. I think it gives him a name, I guess, for him. If he wins, what if he go out there and get his stupid ass knocked out?
To me, it sucks. I hate how, we all fans of Pacquiao. Pacquiao did, had a great era in boxing, but to me, it's a smack in the face to the up-and-coming fighter who's gone up the rankings. For them to just give Pacquiao a title shot like that, he's been inactive for how many years? To me, I'm starting to hate the politics of boxing, man.
Yeah, that is crazy, right? And then on top of that, say Pacquiao wins, you're gonna put him in there against the winner of Boots and
they're gonna vacate that title. That's an easy money grab. That's something going on in the Philippines when it comes down to politics. So it's getting his name out there. You match his name, he's a headline, Las Vegas in the fight. He still has a strong following.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's a fact.
It's about name out there more. Again, he has a lot going on in the Philippines, so it's about him getting his name out there more. So you ask me, it's politics.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure. I saw an interview today with parts of an interview when Kamari Usman and Henry Cejudo's podcast, David Benavidez was there and shit. So yeah, so he's trying to corner everybody at light heavyweight. So he said right now he's eyeing Caleb Smith or Anthony Yardy next. He said that he has the WBC now, so he said if he beats Caleb Smith, he'll get the WBO title, and then now he just only have to go after the other belts. And he said if they don't take the fight, then there's nothing else to say. They ducking him.
He gonna whoop all their ass. But what fight? Him fight again? I find that when he fought David Morrell, I love that fight. It was a good fight. Yeah, Morrell lost, but it was a competitive fight.
Yeah,
I would love to. Yeah, ask me. It was a good fight. Mm-hmm. I didn't think David Morrell really had that in him. Him moving up in weight too. He came to fight, and I love that. He has the heart of a fighter.
Honestly, dude, bro, watching that fight, that dude, I get he moved up in weight. Like Benavidez was only at that weight for a second fight himself. But to be honest with you, bro, that dude looked like he's supposed to be in that weight class. Let's keep it 100. David Morrell looked like a light heavyweight. Let's be honest.
Maybe only because it's height. Height play a factor.
Yeah, but I don't think Benavidez looked bigger than him. Pause. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I didn't think he looked bigger than him in the fight. I think they was like the same size, to be honest with you. Pause.
Oh, but Benavidez was naturally bigger than him, though. You could tell from the being walked down, coming straight forward and stuff like that. Morrell hurt him, quite a few times too.
You said being walked down, walking straight forward. The nigga's still Mexican, bro. He's the Mexican monster. Like they fight style, they move forward. He just so happened to be one that's fast.
When you can't say Mexican monster, you gotta say Mexican monster. You gotta say it like you gotta say it like that. You can't say it like you gotta say it like Mike said it.
Well, yeah, my man Mike is funny, bro. That's funny as shit, bro. This week, I mean not this weekend, but the 31st, we got your boy is back, Charlo.
Yeah, I'm happy to see him
on the undercard of Caleb Plant.
Yeah, that's cool. Plant's been active, but he gonna get his ass whooped. It's just a setup for him and Plant.
Yeah, I know.
You see how he was at that press conference? He owe him an ass whooping, and I would love to see Charlo and Plant. I think Charlo is better than a little Charlo. Big Charlo's better.
the thing is that the same thing. Like I said with the night when Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and Teofimo Lopez was fighting. I remember before that I said I feel like somebody's gonna fuck up the money that night. My bank was on Devin Haney, but Devin Haney he made sure that he didn't fuck up. He ran the whole fight. You know what I'm saying? But the Ryan Garcia went out there and fucked up the money. You know what I'm saying? Like this.
I believe
That
that.
no, but
No, okay.
my bad. But Ryan Garcia fucked up the money for the simple fact that we're not even talking about that fight anymore, a rematch.
That shit just done. Like,
Yeah. We don't even
horrible fight.
like honestly, I don't even hear nothing. Like Haney is like trying to call out people, you know what I'm saying? He want to fight Teofimo. He got Rolly on his list. He had a couple of Shakur, Tank fights that he's probably not even going to get right now, you know what I'm saying? And first of all, he could have fought Shakur a long time ago, but I guess Shakur in the whole money situation shit, the split, I guess he
Right.
wasn't feeling that.
Shaquille messed that up. He didn't want to take a low pay cut. Listen, man, you sometimes in boxing you got to make sacrifices. Haney made sacrifices when he took lower pay cut and even had to sign for a rematch and fought Cambosis twice in Australia.
Yeah.
I mean, and because he just knew he would beat him.
Yeah, well, I tell you what though, I don't want to see Shakur fight Devin Haney. This version of Devin Haney, I don't want to see that fight. This version of Devin Haney versus Shakur Stevenson, Shakur Stevenson, I am not interested in that fight at all, bro.
Well, I got something. I don't want to see Devin Haney in the ring with no left-handed fighters, no southpaws, because he looks horrible. He keep getting fucking hit. He keep getting hit.
Ryan Garcia is actually not even a southpaw. That was his lead hand.
Left hand, period, has always given Devin Haney a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I see that since the Lomachenko fight.
Yeah. I ain't gonna sit here and say the boy ain't got no chin because the boy got up every time he got dropped in that fight.
But that hard ass punch from Ryan, and he was on them drugs. You know what I'm saying? So he got up. So I guess for Devin Haney, it was a moral victory.
Yeah.
Because I got up. I got up off the ground from a person that tested positive for PED. So that's just, y'all guys questioning my chin, but I got up.
Yeah, for sure. I know for sure that if he fights in this, if he fights the same way in the next fight, Devin Haney, that is the way he did in that last fight, it's gonna look real ugly for him out there.
Yeah, you remember how boxing was back in the days, like Showtime, how they used to have the Super 6 tournament with Andre Ward.
Yeah, I remember that.
Stuff like that, with the best fight the best, man. I mean, I feel like that's the only way these guys are gonna really get in the ring, man. And they need to put egos away and make boxing competitive again.
Yeah, they're not trying to do that, bro, at all.
It's just too much of the business aspect. Like as a boxing fan, I'm disappointed, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Very. These fights were supposed to been happen. Haney, Teofimo, Shakur Stevenson, Tank. Come on, these fights were supposed to happen like, come on, man.
If this is the 70s and the 80s and the early 90s, it would have happened.
Right.
There's no debate in that.
Because the 70s and the 80s, I could even say the 90s, the fighters were more competitive.
Yeah, for sure. I'll say the 90s too.
It was more sportsmanship amongst the fighters too. Like a fighter won't try to rob you. Like, if a fighter came to you, like, you know what, you like for example, like how Spence and Bud, they work shit out.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, they make things happen. Like, they trying to railroad me. They trying to give you 75, give me 25. Yo, all I'm asking for is 60-40 in your favor. All right, cool. We can work. It's about that. But these fighters, they want the big bucks, less risk.
Yeah. Canelo.
Which sucks, man.
That's Canelo right now.
Canelo is stepping in the ring with Terrence Crawford is because he knows he's the naturally bigger person. We see what happened when Charlo moved up in weight. So that's the only reason why he's fighting Bud. Because I remember before Canelo said he would never fight Bud. I'm not fighting him. He changed
real quick. He changed real quick.
Right.
And I think it was right after that Matt Jamal fight.
Right.
And he's like, I might as well get up, knock him out real quick and get the check, which I got Crawford winning the fight by upset.
So let's not forget Canelo did make history, 2-time undisputed champion at a super middleweight. What you think is next for Canelo after he fights Crawford?
2 bullshit fights and then it's probably over.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think he fight Benavidez before he retire?
Bro, we might as well stop talking about it, bro. Like, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We will not be seeing Canelo versus David Benavidez. And if he does fight David Benavidez, just know that's his retirement match. He's not fighting after that. That I could tell you. And he's super rich, so.
It's so crazy because I could see that. I could see Canelo's corner stopping the fight. Like if he fights David Benavidez, I could just visualize that.
Like it seems like it could be bad.
Right? I just feel like his corner be like, nah, I could see them stopping the fight while Canelo's on the bench.
Yeah, but we're never gonna know because that fight's never gonna happen.
Again, it sucks as a boxing fan though.
Yeah, definitely does suck as a boxing fan for sure. So what else we got coming up? So this weekend Josh Taylor is fighting some dude named Iko Isom. He got 21 wins, 21-1 with 8 KOs. He had
8 KOs.
Yeah.
What's Josh Taylor's record?
Josh Taylor. Let's go. We could go check the box rec. Let's see Josh Taylor. I know Josh Taylor won his last fight for sure.
Again,
I'm trying to remember who it was because I do recall seeing it.
The name of
Catterall. Oh, actually no.
No.
He lost to Jack Catterall. I forgot about that one.
Wow.
Yeah, he lost to Jack Catterall and he lost to Teofimo before that. But he beat Jack Catterall in a split decision prior to the Teofimo fight.
Is that to do with the mustache?
Catterall?
One of motherfuckers.
Nah, he don't have the. He kind of does. He don't have the mustache, but he kind of does. I get what you're saying with the Iron Sheik shit.
Okay.
Josh Taylor is 19-2 with 13 KOs. This might be a fight for him to help him get back into the win column. Right. Because he's on. He's a
boxer. He got those.
Yeah, he got.
Get him back.
He on back-to-back losses. You know what I'm saying? So that's just to get him back.
I'll give it to Taylor.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Taylor too.
Decision.
Yeah, and then that's that dude Moses Atami is fighting too. Have you got a chance to check him out yet?
Moses Atami?
That's that dude. They said he has the potential to be to break the record for the youngest heavyweight champion in boxing.
Really? What weight class does he fight at?
Heavyweight. Heavyweight, nigga. Like he could break Tyson's record for youngest.
No, I never heard of him. How old is he?
He's I'm about to I'm trying to get his age right now, so I can tell you what that shit is. That nigga, he's 20. No, he is 20 years old. Yeah, 20 years old. You know what
his record like?
He's 11-0 with 9 KOs. I watched his last fight when he knocked out that one dude, some dude we never heard of. His name is Dempsey McKean. But he was cool, but he looked good against that dude. And that dude was 22-1.
Man, this shit got to stop, man. Niggas get a few knockouts, and niggas is better than Mike Tyson or breaker. This shit got to stop, man. You talk about great promotion. That's what these promoters are really doing. Great promotion.
But if this, yeah, of course, obviously, and with the help of the commentators.
Let him step his game up, and God damn it, if David Ruiz was still in boxing, I said let him fight him. You know what I'm saying?
But Chris Arreola.
Chris Arreola. What's the other chunky dude? He knocked AJ down.
Andy Ruiz.
Yeah, let him fight Andrew Ruiz. Test him a little bit.
Yeah.
Then say that.
Yeah.
Shit.
I know who he should fight. He should fight.
Who?
He should fight Fabio Wardley if you want to test him.
Damn, I don't even know who the hell that is.
He a heavyweight. He was supposed to be fighting Big Baby, but Big Baby got hurt. Not a little Big Baby, but bigger Big Baby.
Big Baby Miller?
Yeah, Big Baby Miller.
Trash. It's over. His career is man.
Yeah. So Fabio Wardley, he's I saw one of his fights too. He beat the shit out of his somebody. I can't remember who it is. I'm about to go check it up right now on the box rec. So that way I can I know you never seen him, but yeah, he's from England too as well. He's 30 years old. He's 18-0 with 7 KOs. He got one draw or no contest, whatever the hell that is, whatever is in that column. Yeah, but yeah, that last one he fought some dude named Frazier Clark. They fought. I remember seeing that shit. The first fight was a split decision, so they had rematched that shit. It was a split decision draw. That's the one. And then he went back and had the rematch, and he knocked that nigga the fuck out.
Night, night.
Yeah, I did see that. And he was supposed to fight Big Baby. He beat David Odele. So he got a couple of fights under his belt. You know what I'm saying? But
who's he signed with?
I think he's with Match. Is one of them from England? That's for sure. It's either Matchroom or Queensberry. It's one of those two.
Right.
It ain't. He ain't over here. That's for sure.
Copy.
I want to say Eddie Hearn was up there with him, but I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? So on Keyshawn, back to Keyshawn, June 7th, we got Keyshawn Davis versus Edwin De Los Santos. Talk to me.
I got Keyshawn. I mean, this is a huge step up fight for Keyshawn.
Yeah, for sure.
That De Los Santos, he's durable. He's a durable fighter. He got power too.
Yeah, but he ran that last fight against Shakur.
Bullshit. He was fucking around with Shakur. He ain't run from Shakur. Shakur was doing. He was chasing that nigga and got frustrated. So everybody's gonna look at how Keyshawn Davis beats this dude, and they're gonna try to compare it to Shakur. So Keyshawn has his he has his shoes. He has his plate. What's the word I'm looking for? He better go in there and do his thing.
Yeah.
I'm just say that.
He got big shoes to fill.
Yeah, big shoes to fill. They're gonna start the comparisons, but I like Keyshawn as a fighter.
Long as they don't let the media pit them against each other like how John Jones and Rashad Evans did. You know what I'm saying? As long as they don't let them do that.
Brothers go up against the Vargas brothers too. I think that would be good.
I think
that would be good.
I actually watched Junior the other day, Fernando Vargas Jr. fight the other day. And I told you that's the one I asked you if you wanted to watch that shit. You said fuck no. But yeah, he knocked out the dude that he fought. It was like whatever. You know what I mean? I want to see them. Yeah. I want to see. So did you hear Floyd Schofield Pop said that they offered Kid Austin $1 million to fight Abdullah Mason and they turned it down?
Well, Floyd need more money than that. This nigga Kid ain't fighting no fucking body. You calling people names out
and not even fighting.
Not even fighting. Like, come on, man. Like, I think he's just really protecting his son. He's connecting. Always putting his son's name out there, connecting his son with top 5 fighters or the hottest fighter at the time, just to get notable notoriety.
Yeah, I don't even know when he's even fighting against. Have you heard about a Kid Austin fight coming up?
Nope.
Me either. You hear more about his daddy talking than anything.
Right, his father talked too much, but Kid getting paid and he's protected.
At least with Bill Haney, he talks a lot, but his son is in there fighting.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Last time we saw Floyd Schofield Jr., he got stunned.
Your son needs a big name, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Your son needs a big name.
I agree.
And I believe Schofield, he signed with Oscar, right? I believe so. Golden Boy.
I do believe so as well.
He needs a.
Yeah, let your son, Floyd Schofield Senior. You just let your son go out there, test the waters, bro. If you're so confident, stop talking about it.
I think Abdullah would be good for him because Abdullah, his chin is questionable.
Both of their chins is questionable, to be honest with you. After
like,
you want to keep it 100, yeah. But at least with Abdullah Mason, when he got up, he looked good. When he got up, Floyd Schofield was falling on the bench.
That's the fact when he went to that corner.
Yeah. So let's keep it 100. So sometimes it's not about when you get knocked out; it's how you come back. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Yeah. So you see how Pacquiao was his career. Yeah.
It said no. That 4th fight, nope.
Mm-hmm.
So you ain't get.
So Brian Norman Jr. is defending the welterweight title in Japan.
Against who?
Some dude named Jin Sasaki.
A Japanese dude.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is this guy?
A Japanese guy. I never.
You ain't
I don't be.
got in the top five, no top five contenders.
He's not.
You telling me no top five
He's not.
American contenders?
All I know, he's 19-1 with 17 knockouts, and his one loss is getting knocked out.
Nigga might not be the same, man.
I mean, well, that was like several fights ago. He's won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8 out of his last 9 because one of them was a majority draw. You know what I'm saying? He got some TKOs
That
and unanimous decision wins
that
in there.
is that his mandatory or something?
It must be. It's for the WBO welterweight title.
Because let me tell you this, right? They don't even have to fight their mandatories if they're about to go into a unification bout. So he needs to stop playing and try to unify and become undisputed. These dudes, they always ducking smoke,
Yeah.
man. That should be getting me mad.
Yeah, again, Barrios is booked. Again,
Barrios and Brian Norman.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I don't know what's happening right now. And yeah, I just don't know what's happening right now, bro. There's some bullshit going on right now. They need to figure it out. They need to clean up that division, man. Boots want to unify, and nobody wants to fight him. You got if Teofimo comes up there and fight him, I commend him because we always talk shit about Teofimo. He called out all the black guys, but never fight him. You know what I'm saying?
That must connect his name with great fighters too, and he don't fight him.
Yeah, he's another one. You know, he's trying to still live off that Loma fight.
That shit was how many years ago? 4 or 5 years ago? 6 years ago?
This is what they do, bro.
The takeover.
This
He
is what
started
they
that. He
do.
started crazy.
This is what they do. You know what I'm saying? They attach. You get that one. That's like when you play somebody in a video game, like in 2K. You beat him 10 times in a row. He get that one victory over you. That's it. He gonna talk about that shit for the rest of his life. I beat you that one time, like it was 10.
Right. That one when he got over your ass.
Uh-huh. Hell yeah. So I see Deontay Wilder's back June 27th.
You know what? Much respect to him. I know he got family to take care of, bills and shit. Much respect to him though, but I won't be watching that. Sorry. More pop.
It's like that.
Like, just
That's funny as hell, bro. He said, "I would not be watching that shit."
nigga said
Well,
next.
that was his plan anyway to come into boxing to be a journeyman. He just so happened to make it to where he was at.
So he was carefully matched until he got exposed.
Yep.
They did a job promoting. And remember Seth Mitchell too? They did a great job promoting Seth Mitchell. I believe he was a former football player. He was a heavyweight. Seth Mitchell. He was a former NFL player.
I don't know who that is.
And they had boxing. He got his ass whipped and he retired.
Jean Pascal still fight?
Really?
Yeah.
The Canadian?
Yeah.
Still fighting?
And he fighting in Canada June 28th. Yeah, there's a lot of fights all over the place, bro.
Got bills and family to take care of too, but next.
Jack Catterall is fighting Harlem Eubanks. I think this Harlem Eubanks dude just signed with somebody. I think
Harlem.
Yeah, his name is Harlem.
He related to. He related to the youth.
I don't. You know what? I tried to look that shit up yesterday. Couldn't find nothing.
Because I know it was Eubanks Senior only had it was 2 sons. It was him and his brother and a brother and Chris Eubanks' brother had died. The only brother, from my understanding.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's probably no.
Yeah, it's probably no relation. Or he could be a cousin.
Maybe
he's out of Sussex. Ain't that where they from?
More than likely, yeah.
Yeah, he could be related. You know what I'm saying?
Probably family.
Yeah, he's 21-0 with 9 KOs.
Okay. All right.
He's 31 years old. Yeah, I've never heard of this guy, bro. He's 31 years old.
I never heard.
Yeah.
That's good research you're doing, though.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what's up with him. I might check that out. That comes on. That's July 5th. That's 2 p.m. Eastern time. On the weekend of the 4th of July. I don't know about all that. And then you got Katie Serrano versus Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, July 11th.
The third
The third fight.
The third fight.
Yeah.
I'm coming out there headbutting the shit out that bitch. If I was the other one, she got headbutt the shit out of her. Listen, she got headbutt twice in multiple times in both fights.
Yeah.
Man, listen,
Hell
you
yeah.
better come out even playing field. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then you got Alicia Baumgartner versus Jennifer Miranda on that shit.
You know she's she fighting again. She's still being trained by Tony Harrison.
I don't even know who the fuck is training her, to be honest with you.
Okay.
You got Bam Rodriguez. Yeah,
Right.
that shit is crazy. July 19th is really Usyk and Dubois on one night. And then, I mean,
I
at
want to.
one time, and then you got Diego Petrenko and Trevor Cumbie and Jesse Rodriguez versus Kafu on the same night. So, actually, no, it's a come up though because Usyk and them is at 2:00 in the afternoon because they over there, and then
Right.
this one is at night, 8 p.m. So we'll be able to catch that. You know what I'm saying?
Copy. Yeah.
Okay, so Lamont Roach and Javante Davis is official for August 16th.
Good.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, nice summer fight.
Yeah, we got some nice fights coming up this summer, that's for sure. So Abdullah Mason.
Again? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
When is he fighting Cepeda?
Shakur's fighting Cepeda on July 12th.
Okay.
Yeah. Abdullah Mason is on that Keyshawn Davis card against some African dude named Jeremiah Nakathala. He's 26-4 with 2 KOs and he got knocked out twice, but he got 21 KOs.
Is he the co-main?
Yeah, he the co-main event this time.
Okay. He getting his recognition. That's good.
Yeah, this is one of those ones where it's like, I want to see him actually set up his punches a little better instead of everything looking like he's going for the kill. Because
loading up on it, right? Yeah. Loading.
Yeah, I do.
You gonna have a problem with a boxer that has a long reach. They just outbox him. Boop. Mm-hmm. And with the jab, he's gonna have to restart, find rhythm, and that's gonna fuck him up if he's loading up on the shots. I noticed when he loads up, he's very flat footed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he put his hand down. Believe it's his right hand down that he put down. But yeah, that's how he got clipped. And he got in the last fight, he kept getting hit in the same spot, but he was just stronger than the dude. But everything he throws with bad intentions, and like I want to see him like use more jabs and shit to set up his power shots
and work behind the jab.
Exactly, and I hope he does that.
Knockout. I mean, once you go in there and try to go to, if it comes, it comes, but don't force it. Like, go in there and box a little bit. Let us see your ring generalship.
I get it.
Let us see how you.
Yeah, I get it. They don't get paid by the hour, but you want to get the fuck out of there and go.
All right, they're gonna be surprised when you come to see somebody that know how to utilize that fucking jab. Because all you need is a good jab to be him.
Yeah, if he's gonna fight like that, but he's not getting the reps and practicing, setting up that shit now. So he needs to figure it out now. He needs to do it now before he gets to those big names.
And he's having issues with bums, getting caught with like he getting caught with like shit he shouldn't be getting hit with.
Yeah, and like if
somebody with like Shakur. Or even him and Kid Austin, that would have been a good.
Him and Kid Austin is a good fight, but
been a good fight, man.
His daddy after this fight, Kid Austin daddy gonna try to attach him to Keyshawn Davis any damn way. If Keyshawn Davis and De Los Santos, if he get past him, you know what I'm saying? Which he should, But we'll see what happens. Anyway, man, what's up, man? It's time to get into that segment. We've been getting to the Ask ChatGPT. We give our opinion on super fights that would never ever happen. So we're gonna see. Dream matchups. That's a fact. So we're gonna go and see what's on the menu for tonight. What they got.
Manny Pacquiao versus Julio Cesar Chavez.
Who you got?
Both in there.
Of course.
Well, Pacquiao been a Mexican assassin. I ain't gonna lie. That Mexican style was tailor made for Pacquiao. And he put all on the ass. I got damn. I got Pacquiao.
Yeah, I got Pacquiao by a brutal knockout.
I got Pacquiao.
Both in their prime, Pacquiao by a brutal knockout for sure. For sure. I'm not even going to debate that shit.
Oh, about stop. See Julio Cesar corners, not in their prime.
Like in their prime, yes.
good. That'd be good. I could see Pacquiao stopping him. I could see Chavez getting hit with some shit,
Mm-hmm. I
getting knocked down times too.
Yeah. Oh, I agree for sure. Um, because with Pacquiao speed, Chavez, he has to fight on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Because you see what he did with Meldrick Taylor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he was sitting there hitting him with them body shots that wore him down. Obviously, we know what happened at the end of that shit. Like he was able to eat
Mm-hmm.
them shots, but he's not going to eat those shots from Pacquiao in his
But
prime.
I feel like when Chavez had fought Meldrick Taylor, I know I don't want to get off the topic, go back to the dream matchup, but I feel like Meldrick Taylor didn't really have no pop to keep Chavez off of him. I
Yeah,
mean, he did good boxing. He didn't have no pop. Pacquiao got pop.
and that's exactly going to be the difference maker.
Straight at him. Tailor made for him.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna catch you with that double right hand and that straight left coming down the middle. Ooh.
Yeah. So, what?
With that GP. Uh-oh.
All right. So head-to-head analysis, speed and movement. Pacquiao has a huge advantage. His in and out movement, fast hands, and odd angles will pose big problems for Chavez, who relied on walking opponents down. We just spoke about
Right.
that. Chin and durability. Both had legendary
Mm-hmm.
chins. Chavez may be slightly tougher, but Pacquiao has faced and survived elite punchers too, which is true. Pressure versus volume. Chavez was a master of cutting the ring and wearing down foes with body shots. We spoke about that. But Pacquiao's work rate and stamina might overwhelm even Chavez. You know what I'm saying? Adaptability. Pacquiao evolved over his career and adapted to many styles, which could help him adjust to Chavez's pressure. I think he would knock that nigga ass. Actually, he'd knock his ass out like how he knocked Ricky Hatton ass out. I'm gonna be honest with you. So
What's the other dude named David Diaz? Knocked David Diaz out too?
I don't remember who the hell it was, but anyway,
First fight at 147 and Pacquiao knocked him out cold. And then he fought Ricky Hatton after that.
hey Ricky Hatton. Anyway, all right. So they said the fight will most likely happen at 140 in their primes. So Pacquiao, they said Pacquiao wins by decision, close but not clear. His speed, volume, and movement will frustrate Chavez, who will land some damage but struggle to cut off the ring effectively. And then you got Chavez's best chance if he could get Pacquiao to the ropes consistently and work the body for 12 rounds, he could wear him down late. I don't see that happening at all. So winner, they got Pacquiao by unanimous decision or majority decision. But it's a war. This would be an all-time elite, all-time classic. They asked me if I want a round by round analysis. They probably ain't gonna have time to give me that shit now. Yeah, they'll do it on the next one. Anyway, but yeah. So yeah, that's what they got. They got Pacquiao winning by decision, whether it's unanimous or majority draw. I think Pacquiao is gonna knock him out. Y'all let me know what y'all would think in the comments as well. Would Manny Pacquiao knock out Julio Cesar? Let me rephrase the question. Who would win a dream match between Manny Pacquiao and Julio Cesar Chavez Sr.? Not Junior, Senior. Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. All right. I already told y'all what ChatGPT think. We gave y'all our opinions. All right. Let's move on to the next one.
Right.
All right. Let's
Let's
see
go.
what the list got for us. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What we got here?
James Toney, Tommy Hearns. James Toney. I feel like Tommy Hearns is one dimensional. He's known for he got a nice 1-2. That's it. I feel like he has a problem with movers. Opponents that stand right in front of him, yeah, he'll knock him out. Opponents that come straight at him, straight forward, he'll knock him out. Tommy Hearns only had a nice 1-2. That's it.
Okay.
I got James. His defense is really good. You know that the Philly shell, and his offense was really really good too when he got popped in both hands. So I would definitely give the fight to James Toney. Maybe I could, either unanimous decision or I could see a TKO because Tommy Hearns has been stopped in his prime, so I could see him being stopped by
Okay.
James Toney.
That's funny that you said that. All right. So with that being said, they got oh my thought
Your
okay, my
thoughts?
thoughts.
Who you think will?
I got Tommy Hearns because I feel like
Mm,
he's done well against kind of sort of slick fighters such as Sugar Ray Leonard. You know what I'm saying?
he
Didn't he
lost,
win one of them though? Didn't he win one? Didn't they fight more than once?
huh? They fought at a heavier weight, but I believe I can't. If I say the second fight, I don't really know too much about the second fight. I believe
I'm checking it.
you have to Google
I'm
that.
fact checking it
Fact
right
that
now. Yeah, keep talking.
Tommy Hearns and
I could have
Sugar Ray
sworn
Leonard.
Tommy Hearns had beat Sugar Ray Leonard in one of them fights.
I don't think so, but I know that first fight, Sugar Ray stopped him
Yeah. Split decision. He lost to Sugar Ray Leonard.
in a
Yeah,
rematch.
that looked like the rematch. But shit, he knocked
Uh,
out motherfucking damn Roberto Duran ass. Yeah, he did get TKO by Ray Leonard.
You see that Roberto Duran stood right in front of him, and he was
Yeah.
on the ropes. His back was on the ropes. He just did a 1-2, boom, boom, out.
Actually, if that's the case, you know what? You might actually be right because when you look at the old footage of it, that was really what he was throwing. He threw that shit and broke his fucking hand on Marvin Hagler's big ass head. Pause. Yeah, I might have to go with James Toney on that too as well.
I was watching old clips of Emmanuel Stewart. He said when he would train Tommy Hearns, he would train Tommy Hearns to extend his whole arm when he throws a punch to get more pop out of it. So that's what he did. He would put his whole body behind the shit. Boop. But let's see what that GPT has to say.
Let's see. Stylistic matchup. Hearns advantages. The power and reach. Tommy had one of the best right hands in boxing history and a long jab to set it up. You just spoke about that. Early round threat. Known for explosive starts, he could hurt or even drop Tony early if he catches him clean. Tony's advantages. His chin and defense. Very tough. Very tough to hit clean, especially with one shot. His Philly shell will be hard to crack. Inside game. Once in close, Tony would thrive slipping Hearns shots and counter into the body and the head. All right, so they say the fight will be at 168 at super middleweight because Hearns is still dangerous at 168. They say the verdict: James Toney by late TKO or decision. Tony's chin decision and counterpunching would likely wear Hearns down in the second half. Hearns could win early rounds and even score a knockdown, but Tony would outlast him, especially if Hearns' stamina dips. X Factor. They got an X Factor here. Hold on. X Factor. If Hearns catches Tony early and keeps his composure, he can win a decision. But historically, pressure fighters and counterpunchers gave Hearns more trouble than boxers did. You said that. You actually said that.
Right.
That's a fact. You did say that. Okay. Let's see what we got. All right, so this one right here, this one we wasn't alive for these people, but all we could do is go off the highlights from what we've seen.
Copy. Sonny Liston versus George Foreman. Damn. Both of them motherfuckers.
Strong as shit, right?
Yeah, I can't even lie. I don't know, man. I would just watch that. I would watch that fight as just a boxing fan, man. Just want to see a good. That's a tough one, man. I say draw. I say draw.
You said
both of them
draw?
strong, man.
You don't think nobody's getting knocked out in that fight?
Man. Sonny Liston been knocked up, but I don't. We with speculation. He took the dive, and I don't know, Ali knocked him down. I mean, Foreman can knock his ass out. The Phantom Punch.
I got George Foreman too.
I made
I don't even.
knockout.
To me, this wasn't really that much of a debate. Y'all let us know in the comments. Do y'all think Sonny Liston? Who wins between Sonny Liston and George Foreman if they had a dream match? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, rest in peace to both of them. Stylistic breakdown: Foreman style,
right?
Relentless, crude pressure, overwhelmed opponents with raw strength, looping punches, and constant aggression. Liston style: much more technical, amazing jab, methodical pressure, and heavy hands. Less reckless than Foreman. Yeah, but that Foreman shit that reckless shit might fucking help him. The verdict. Most likely outcome. Foreman by early KO. Between rounds 1 through 4. His raw power and aggression would early KO. His raw power and aggression would test Liston's chin and would immediately test his chin and will immediately. Read that wrong. Liston had trouble when overwhelmed early. See Cassius Clay Ali fight. and Foreman was even more ferocious early than Ali. You literally just said the same shit.
Right. Right. That's three.
And then
3 out of 3.
alternate outcome, listed by
Right.
TKO, mid to late rounds if he survives early and uses his jab to break Foreman down, similar to how Ali did, but with less movement and more thudding shots. Fine.
Sonny Liston ain't got the legs that Ali had, and he ain't got the brain that Ali got. You know, Ali did some shit that nobody knew he was doing. His team didn't even know what the fuck he was doing. They were scared. Get off the ropes. Get off the ropes. He letting that man
That's
punch
a fact.
himself out, man. Damn, they got knocking him out
No,
first
so
4 rounds.
look, the final pick.
Damn.
George Foreman by KO round 2 or 3. But it was a short, violent war. Damn. Either man can win if they land first. I
George
got Foreman too.
That nigga, his power was crazy.
All right, so I got another one. Let's see what we got. Let's do one more, and then we're gonna wrap this shit up. You ready? Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
We're gonna go.
Mike Tyson had way more fucking power
than
George
Foreman. That's Joe Frazier.
I'm sorry, I stand corrected. Joe Frazier. Mike Tyson had way more power than Joe Frazier.
Smoking Joe.
Way more. Young Tyson that's being trained by Costamato. Prime.
You know those dudes in the comments was arguing, and one of them said, he's like, you're a casual. Mike Tyson was overrated. He went off of them dudes. Shout out to them. I don't have their names, but shout out to y'all for y'all. Y'all should have just came to the terms to agree to disagree. But I appreciate y'all because that shit was kind of lit. Right. But yeah.
So who you got?
I got Mike Tyson in that fight too.
Right.
The ferociousness and the speed, by stoppage. Early too. The ferociousness and the speed, and the bobbing and weaving against Frazier style.
A ferocious. My speed is impeccable.
Like I got Mike Tyson. All right, so stylistic matchup. ChatGPT. This is ChatGPT. What they say about the Mike Tyson versus Joe Frazier. Stylistic matchup. Tyson starts fast, explodes out the gate with combos and head movement. Frazier is a slow starter but gets better as the fight goes on. Relentless moving forward and wearing down the opponent with body work and with his devastating left hook. Both men need to fight inside. No backing up, no jabbing, and circling. This will be an all-action war from second one. How the fight plays out. Rounds 1 to 3. Tyson dominates early. His hand speed, power, uppercuts are made to counter a bobbing pressure from a fighter like Frazier. Think how George Foreman destroyed Frazier. Tyson is in Foreman style, but his similarity explosive, early and far faster. You know what I'm saying? So with Mike Tyson, they pretty much saying, like we said, he'll come out there early. His round 1 through 3 game is impeccable. You got to survive that. You survive that, then you might have a chance against Mike. You know what I'm saying? But just know it's going to be the first 3 rounds of hell in his prime.
Right.
Rounds 4 through 6, if it gets there. That's what it said in parentheses. If it gets there. If Frazier survives the storm, he starts to build momentum. Tyson slows down a bit. Frazier's relentless body attack could begin to take its toll, and the left hook becomes more dangerous. This could be true.
Tyson was a great counter puncher, bro. You think when Frazier going to that body, Mike not gonna go to the head? Tyson was a great body puncher too. Don't get it twisted.
There's no debating that. There's no debating that. Yeah.
Okay. Tyson, I watched Tyson in his prime. He had great footwork too. How he's able to spin around. He could spin his opponents around. What, man? Tyson.
I'm not even going to continue what the others say. We're going to get straight to the verdict. All right. Most likely outcome.
Right.
Mike Tyson by KO round 2 through 4. Tyson style is built to destroy aggressive fighters who walk in. His uppercuts and hand speed would punish Frazier early, similar to what Foreman did, but even faster. All right. Alternate outcome.
Right.
Frazier by late TKO decision if he could weather the early rounds. He had legendary toughness and willpower. If Tyson mentality excuse me, if Tyson mentally fades after round 5, Frazier could take over. Final pick. Now the final pick. Mike Tyson by KO in round 3, but Frazier survives the early rounds. But if Frazier survives the early rounds, it becomes a heart over skill battle, and that's the Frazier's world. Yeah, we've seen Mike Tyson quit. Yeah, well, that's true.
Not
Not
Mike in
Mike in
his
his prime.
prime.
That's not
Not
Mike in his prime.
prime.
That
Yo, one more match. I
who
got
you
one more
got?
dream match. Clarissa Shields versus Layla Ali. This has been talked about, and you hear Layla Ali talking crap. You hear Clarissa Shields, she the GOAT. So ask ChatGPT who would win between between them two.
Who you got winning?
This is Clarissa Shields' era, but I believe women boxing was tougher back then.
With
I don't
Christy
know.
Martin and shit like that. Layla Ali beat the shit out of her,
And,
didn't she?
and yeah,
Layla
damn.
Ali was
And I gotta give
24-0 with 21 wins.
damn. I would have to give it to
The
Clarissa
thing
Shields.
that's tough about this one is because
She
I might have to go with the GOAT too as well.
like
Yeah.
a good jab. She had a good jab. Layla Ali had a damn good jab.
This is
But I feel like she
what's
avoided
kind of tough about this to keep it 100 with you is because is the knockout rate. Like Clarissa Shields has 2, Layla Ali has 21. So the power games, huh?
And I said she doesn't come in looking for the knockout, but if the knockout happens, it happens. But you got to ask yourself this: who did Layla Ali knock out?
I mean,
Bums,
well,
like who? Because
you
because
just
like
said it was
Clarissa
tougher
Shields
though.
said, she said when you start fighting, well, hear me out. Clarissa Shields stated like knockouts don't mean nothing because when you start fighting better quality opponents, the knockout ratio goes down.
Yeah.
And that's a fact. You fighting somebody tough as you are that got determination, got will. So again, the knockout ratio goes down when you fight better quality
that's
opponents.
true. That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. So let's see what ChatGPT. I
You got
got I don't know, bro. I really don't know. I'm gonna go with a draw. All right, so stylistic matchup. ChatGPT says Shields is more technical, battle tested fighter. She faced elite competition, adjusts on the fly, and has the conditioning to fight a hard 10-round fight, which is true. I agree with that. Ali had a huge physical presence, knockout power, and solid fundamentals, but didn't face the same level of opposition Shields had.
just
Yeah.
said that. That's crazy. I'm 5 for 5. Hold on, I ain't done yet. Let me not call it. Didn't get the result yet.
So the verdict, I'm going straight to the verdict. Clarissa Shields by unanimous decision.
Copy.
Yeah, if Ali's power don't work, it could go. Clarissa probably win by decision, but I'm still sticking with my guns and going draw. All right, but Shields simply more well-rounded, tested, and technically superior. Ali has the power to make things dangerous, but Shields' elite defense and adaptability would neutralize her best weapons. X factor: if the fight is at 168, Ali will be stronger, but Shields has fought and won at that weight too. Final pick: Clarissa Shields by unanimous decisions, 6 rounds to 4 or 7 rounds to 3. A competitive, high-level fight, but Shields win on ring IQ, work rate, and adaptability.
So ChatGPT guy has Clarissa Shields outboxing Layla
They
Ali.
don't have her knocking her out, that's for sure. They don't even have Ali knocking her out. They're saying that she pretty much has like a puncher's chance. Is her only chance with it sound like. And maybe squeeze a couple of rounds in there.
Now I'm gonna save this one for the next show.
Fuck it, let's do one more before we wrap up because you'll like this one.
About Ann Wolf versus
we're not gonna
Clarissa
do. We'll
Shields.
save that for the next show. I got one more. I got one for you. We're gonna close out with this one. Everybody, though, let us know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all choices. Do y'all think we crazy or ChatGPT, or if y'all whatever? Let us know.
Zab Judah and it's in his prime. Oh damn, that's gonna be good though. Oscar De La Hoya definitely had a great jab and a nice hook. And he had power, and like he had power
Yeah,
on both of
and
his hands too.
he
Oscar
had
had pop.
fundamentals too, so we can't sit there and act like he was like a.
No,
Yeah, I
I
got
got
Oscar
Oscar.
too.
I'm sorry. Damn, Zab in his prime was a fucking problem though, man. A
Hmm.
disciplined Zab. Damn, he was
Yeah.
fast. Oh
Nah, I'm
man.
still gonna go with De La Hoya.
But I'm gonna have
I'm going with
skill set.
I'm going with
Gotta look at
Golden
the
Boy in
skill.
his prime on that one. Unless
Yeah, with
Zab
Oscar.
pause his head movement is a little bit better. It's one thing to be able to move your feet, but you gotta be able to move your head too. And that's what Pernell Whitaker had against him.
He got a glass jaw too. Oscar catch him with that left, he gonna drop him. Oscar been in there with better quality opponents than Zab Judah.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So De La Hoya.
All right, that's a fact. All right, so stylistic
Stoppage.
matchup. Zab Judah game plan would be to use his speed and southpaw stance to disrupt De La Hoya's rhythm early. He'll look to counter with lightning fast left hands and control the range with quick lateral movements. De La Hoya's strategy was center around establishing his jab, timing Judah's burst, and slowly walking him down. Oscar was very strong technically, and his left hook was a dangerous weapon, especially versus southpaws. How the fight might play out.
Especially against.
I'm going straight to the verdict. Oscar De La Hoya
Go.
by unanimous decision, 8 rounds to 4 or 9-3. Judah gives him problems early with speed and slickness, but Oscar's experience, jab, pressure would take over. He was too solid and disciplined for a fighter who sometimes lost focus late in the fights. And them 12 rounds be like hell against Oscar. Alternate outcome: if Judah lands something huge early, he could hurt Oscar and even steal a decision. But De La Hoya had a strong chin and really got overwhelmed early.
That's true.
Final pick: Oscar De La Hoya, unanimous decision. Too consistent, too smart, too durable. Yeah, I got De La Hoya. That makes sense.
Good left hook to the head or the body.
Yeah.
So I'm 6 for 6 at GPT, huh? I'm doing good.
That nigga looked these shits up already. That nigga lying. Yeah, but we definitely got some more for y'all next week, man. On the show for sure. We got some lined up, some more dream matches. I definitely want y'all opinions for sure. Definitely make sure y'all like and subscribe. Follow us on all social media platforms. I know you see it somewhere on a ticker somewhere coming across the screen right about now, telling you where to go and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Break it up a little bit. It's digitalizing. It's breaking a little bit. Okay, you sound.
All right,
better.
so
It was digitalized.
we out.